Hey friends, how are you? Hopefully you can hear me okay over the water. There's a river like right here. But welcome to our road trip biking extravaganza summer vacation 2020. I am in Deadwood, South Dakota right now. We are starting the Mickelson Trail, 109-mile rails to trails here in South Dakota. Right now we are waiting for our shuttle people to make it back. So I'll try and kind of explain that for a second, but before I do that, let me show you our setup as we're waiting. What's wrong, Haley?
The bathroom smells so bad.
They have these bike racks all over this trailhead here at Deadwood here, and then on the other side of this bridge. All of our packs and helmets are here. Fortunately, they do have restrooms, which was amazing. We'll be beginning the trail right there. Stick that right there. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so good.
Angles, dude.
Spent the night last night. We stayed in Rockerville, fairly close to Mount Rushmore, and the Jewel Cave, which is what I wanted to do, but the tours ended up being closed. We ended up with a suite hotel room, which had 2 queen beds and a pull-out futon, so it slept 6, no problem, and it has a full kitchenette, which was amazing. So we could do lunches and dinners there as well. My mom and our family friend shuttler got a 2-bedroom cabin. The cabin was amazing. If you're gonna stay in Rockerville, I would recommend asking for the cabins. I thought they were much better laid out. I would have preferred to have that over the suite room that we had. It was a touch more expensive, but not so much that it was horrible, and it looks like the way it was set up, it would sleep 7. And I loved that they had a full porch and patio with a picnic table, a table on the deck, a kitchen table inside the cabin, just really fabulous accommodations, I thought. And they did have a simple continental breakfast. It was not very crowded, there were not very many people, and then I did see one of the workers cleaning and sanitizing everything like about every 5 to 10 minutes as people came in. After our first 10-hour day of travel, we ended up at Mount Rushmore to watch the night light show at 9 p.m. A lot of Mount Rushmore was closed for a couple reasons. They have construction going on, they closed the museums because of the virus, they were shutting the whole thing down for July 3rd, which I guess is when President Trump was coming to do like a big thing, and we didn't know that. We ended up going just that one night. Mount Rushmore itself is kind of cool, but there's very little to do there in comparison to some other national parks and monuments that I've been to. We were there for about an hour and we saw everything and we were done. Our first full day we went to Rushmore Tramway Adventures, and we took some footage of some of the things that we did there. I will show you that right here. Welcome to Rushmore Tramway Adventures, and we are gonna get started on the ski lift. Now, a lot of these things at this park I've never done before. I do want to apologize in advance, because if you hear any screaming in the background, Ryan is playing with the hose out in our backyard on the trampoline with his brother, and they're having a grand old time. So something that was super awesome here at this park is that it was actually really not busy. That was something that was surprising to me overall for the entire trip. Is I knew we were going to a place that isn't super populated compared to some places in the country. I was expecting a few more people than I saw. I also live in a touristy area. I'm very close to Yellowstone National Park, Jackson Hole, Wyoming. What I've learned about the alpine slide is that you need to do it several times. Once or twice, you're just kind of figuring out how it works. That was so much fun. I know I've said this before, but I feel like it's worth repeating. We really like in our family to spend some of our money on experiences. Studies have shown that investing in experiences actually makes you more happy than owning more things. All right, Mom, you ready to do this?
Absolutely.
Are you gonna catch me?
Call me Speed Demon.
How are you feeling about the zip line?
Hey Mom, scared, but now that I've learned that all these are to keep me up, I don't feel scared. I am so excited. I feel super ready, and I just can't wait to go on it.
We're about to go on this. It's all hard. I always hold on.
He doesn't weigh very much. And then when you're ready, lift your feet and I'll come with. 1, 2, 3, lift, lift, lift. There it is. Ow, I hit that hard. Here's another part of the park, the ropes course. As you can see, there's maybe 2 people on the entire course. It was really, really empty here at this little park. It was so much fun. My kids have never done anything like this before.
Woo!
We finished off our morning with the tubing hill. Haley decided to take the GoPro up on the thing and see what it was like to do like a little first person view. We've also never done a tubing hill like this before. The kids thought this was so fun. You could buy a punch pass, so like each kid could go so many times. And then there's an escalator thing where you just take your tube up the escalator and go back down again. It was awesome. Went back to our hotel room / cabin, had lunch. We just had some wraps, fruit, carrot sticks, and cucumbers, and headed out to Rapid City, where we went to the Reptile Gardens. It was a really impressive exhibit, zoo kind of style for all reptile type things, including some birds. So all the footage I have from that, I'll show you right here. If you were ever in the area, I highly recommend the Reptile Gardens. My kids had the best time here. We were here for several hours, even though a storm came in. We just huddled underneath some shelter. What's he doing?
he likes the glass. He's trying to get out.
She is so huge. Okay, I never ever want to meet up with one of those. Like ever. That is amazing. Look how high he is.
It's gonna fall.
What do you think of him, Ryan?
It's pretty big.
Yeah, he's very big.
If you get close enough to his face, you can hear him breathing.
Oh. And today, the day I'm talking to you, is our first full day biking. So this is our third day away from our house. Today is July 3rd. Let me tell you about how the shuttle is working. Our trailhead that we're ending on is where all of the cars are going to be when we're done. So Dave dropped us off here. We dropped all the bikes off, and he drove our Suburban and bike rack down to our finishing point for the day, which is the Mystic Trailhead. So we're going from the Deadwood Trailhead to the Mystic Trailhead, which is about 30 miles. My mom is dropping her car off there as well. So it's my mom's car, our car, and then our family friend Bob is shuttling Dave and my mom back up to the beginning. So when we're done, all of our cars with the bike racks will be there. We don't have to come back, is the point. So it makes for a longer prep time in the morning, but when you're tired at the end of the day, it makes for an easier finish. Bob is gonna meet us like kind of in the middle with lunch. He's got lunch in his car, but we do have liquids and fluids and snacks in all of our bags. Is that clear as mud? Fantastic. So that's what we got going on. We're just waiting here for the rest of our bike crew to show up, and we will get started. We brought Uno for the waiting time. We have to wait here for about an hour and a half before we start, so Uno it is.
Yeah.
4 miles in.
4 miles in, we've climbed 800 feet.
I am wicked, you're insane, but I wouldn't have it any other way. If we're knocked out, we'll go the distance, pound for pound. We're a perfect match, pulling punches. We're toe to toe, we're always on the road. We're so better, we can't stop, we can't stop.
We're at the lunch mark, my friends. How are you feeling?
I'm very hungry.
I'm pretty hungry.
Nice
I got a
long.
bee on my lens. I got a bee. Oh no, he flew away.
One last push up another hill and then we're all downhill from it.
I gotta say, it is gorgeous.
Agreed.
The weather, the scenery. Oh my gosh, he's running back so well, very uncoordinated, but there's dead things everywhere, or there's horrible things everywhere.
Because there's dead things everywhere.
He wouldn't even go in.
He wouldn't even go in.
Oh, that was funny. We're finishing up day 1, and here's kind of how it went. It ended up being 34 miles and 1,800 feet of climbing. And my mom actually didn't feel well. I think she got too hot, like a little bit of heat exhaustion perhaps, and bailed out about 3.5 miles into the ride that day. So thankfully, this is why you have a shuttle person. So Bob was able to come and pick her up, and we had lunch with her and then met her at the end. She did feel better the next day and joined up with us on day 2 and 3, but she just wasn't feeling very well. I would say I didn't love starting this late in the day. We ended very, very late, and it was toasty when we finished. This is our room at Spring Creek Inn. It is a corner suite, so it sleeps 6 people. Table and 4 chairs, which is great because our last room did not have that. This is their kitchenette, which is much sadder than my mom's, which is like a real kitchenette with a sink and stove and everything. And if you come this way, there's a TV. The bathroom is here. It's pretty big. Futon, which folds out into a double bed. This is way softer than the last one we were on. And then it has these partitions with 2 queen beds here in the back, one here. If you turn this way, this is the one Dave and I are gonna be using. You see all of our bags kind of all over. It's actually a really, really big room. And right here, which is amazing, out the back, even though my kids have ridden on bikes for hours and hours today, they're on the merry-go-round. But it has this nice patio right here. There's a river down at the end. Really beautiful out back. And my boys are exhausting themselves even more, so hopefully they'll sleep really well tonight. It is day 2, and we are at the Mystic Trailhead, about to kick off today's 27-mile ride. We're starting way earlier today. It is 8:15, so hopefully we'll be on the trail in about 15 minutes. So hopefully get the bulk of the riding done before it gets hot and before the thunderstorms start this afternoon.
Hello.
Hey Dave, you feeling that breeze? Andrew, you want to tell everybody what you're doing with your Rubik's Cube on the trail? Yes, he's been recording it with for his own channel, so if you want to go check out his Rubik's Cube channel, I'll leave it below.
Every 5 miles, I do 5 turns on the cube.
What you're saying is you're trying to solve the Rubik's Cube in 109 moves.
Yes.
Because there's 109 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My average is like 100 moves.
Okay, so he's like recording 5 moves every 5 miles.
Look who knows so much.
We're all getting eaten alive. Oh!
I'm like, I didn't notice until we stopped.
No, they were like in my face.
Here, let me get you, Mom.
Like, oh, fresh meat.
I am crooked, you're clean cut. I'm wide-eyed, your eyes are shut. If I'm knocked out, we'll go the distance, pound for pound. We're a perfect match, pulling punches, or toe-to-toe. We're always on the road. Worse or better, we can't stop, we can't stop. 'Cause together we're better off, and we can.
We are at the halfway mark of today's ride. 15 miles in. I felt like today was very easy. Beautiful morning, great ride, way easier than yesterday. This is editing Christine. So I wanted to preface the clip that you are about to see by telling you what exactly happened. It was incredibly scary, and I want to make it very, very clear. If you're driving a car and you see a runner or a cyclist, for the love of all that is holy, please give them some room, because if a car or a pedestrian goes up against a car, the car wins. And then also, if you are a runner or a cyclist, assume the car never sees you, always. I feel like I try and be really, really careful, very, very aware. I wear very bright colors so people can see me. It's not necessarily to like look cute. If I'm wearing neon pink or neon yellow, it's so I'm seen easily. Set up for the clip that you're about to see. We are finishing day 2. We're riding into Custer, and we have to cross a fairly busy street in Custer, like in the town. We just rode right into the town. Dave and the kids were like up further, and I was the sweep. So I was the last person back, and my mom was at the back. She was very tired, and we come up to this busy street, and we're doing a full stop. So I'm a touch ahead of my mom. We come up, I do the full stop. I see that there is this huge crosswalk thing. There's lights, pedestrian crossing lights, and I can hit a button and like make the lights flash and whatever. I'm to a full stop. I hit the button. I wait for my mom. She's like right behind me. and the car just to my left, RAV4, they've come to a complete stop and she's waving me across. She's like, go ahead, go ahead. I'm like, okay, great. So I start inching out a little bit. I'm basically 100% in front of the RAV. A car speeds through the intersection about 2 feet in front of me. Not only did this car like not look at the flashing lights, not see the huge crosswalk, not see all of the other cars already stopped. If I had been 2 feet further, he would have hit me and probably killed me instantly. If my mom had been in front of me, like, they would have hit my mom. Like, they could have hit my kids. My kids were like 1 minute ahead of me, you know what I'm saying? It was like right there. It was really, really scary. I was shaking pretty much for the rest of the day. But anyway, here's a clip.
I almost got it on video.
Oh, wow.
Hey friends, how's it going? We are in Custer, South Dakota. We have finished 2 full days of biking. We have rested sufficiently, and today is an off day. Thank heavens, all of our tushies need it. But right now, we are about to go out to breakfast. We went out to dinner last night at the purple pie place, I think is what it's called, was suggested by one of you guys that lives in the area. We were the only people in the dine-in eating area, the only people. And we are staying at the Rocket Motel, which is like very, very retro. What I like about this room or rooms is that it's 2 rooms. Dave's and my bed. Is it Dave's and my, or my and Dave's? Which order does that go in? Mini fridge, you can see like all of our coolers and luggage and stuff like that right here. Blackout curtains, which is fantastic because let me tell you what, the sun is streaming in here like, whoa! And if you come down here, there's a hallway and here's the bathroom. And then another room with 2 double beds, which is where all of the kids are sleeping, which is fabulous. I love that you guys are over here and I'm over there. Okay friends, today on our off day we're starting, well, we started with breakfast, but we are now at the Crazy Horse Memorial, which I've never heard of before until today. So here we are, learning all about it. It's that. It's an active construction site. It is being built after Crazy Horse, who I guess, who is it? Is it an Indian chief? What is it? Is it Native American? Is Indian offensive?
Native American.
Native American chief. Okay, so they're nowhere close to putting it to what it's supposed to look like yet, which is, hold that thought, that. And it doesn't look like that. But they're working on it. If I zoom in close enough, you can see the outline of the horse head on the rock right here. Hopefully the camera's picking it up. Looks like a chalk. It's day 3. It's day 3 of cycling, but it's like day 6 of vacation or something like that. But hopefully, I've heard from the experts that it's all downhill from here. Name that song. The last day of biking was so fun, you guys. I feel like I've said the word fun a lot in this video, and I didn't mean to do that, but I enjoyed so much spending all of this time with my kids in an environment where you're not saying, hey, how come you haven't done your chore? Why are you punching your brother? Why is your underwear in my bathroom? Right? You know what I'm saying? Usually at home, it's like you're constantly on them to do things or to like make the right choices. And when you're just like biking for hours at a time, you really get to see their personalities shine. And it was so fun. Look at Andrew do the floss right there. We're 12 miles in, and this is the first bathroom in 12 miles. Yahoo! Woo-hoo-hoo! Dude, these boys raced so fast for this bathroom. I guess we're well hydrated today.
That's good.
Very good. I feel really good. This is easy.
Yeah.
Highly recommend the pretzel Pop-Tarts.
They're so good.
10 out of 10.
For sure.
So good. I'm gonna refill my water bottle. This is why we had to go to the bathroom. Ryan, are you having another snack?
I'm just a little hungry.
Okay. I will repeat myself one more time if you guys didn't catch it in my road trip grocery haul video. I get asked a lot, like, how do you get your kids to hike or bike this far or that sort of thing? And the answer is always the same. When in doubt, give them more food. It's snacks, it's sugar. They need it. They're kids. They burn all of this energy anyway because they're growing, and you put them into this much exercise, the kids need the fruit snacks. Just hand it over. We just finished the 109-mile Mickelson Trail. We finished up in, I almost said Deadwood, no. Edgemont, South Dakota, which looks like a ghost town, honestly. Like, nothing's open. I don't think anybody lives there. That's not where we're staying tonight. We're driving to where we're staying tonight, which is Hot Springs. But we just finished the 109 miles. We did 45 miles today. It was about 85 degrees when we finished, so really, really hot.
Really hot.
Really hot. But I enjoyed today. I thought it was easy. I think we only climbed a total of 450 feet over the whole 45 miles. A lot of downhill. Okay, this is Dave's reaction to our Airbnb that we're staying in.
This is pretty great.
I got to do like a tour like this. And by the way, these hooligans aren't even acting tired. They're like singing and dancing around in the car.
No, it's Haley and Andrew.
Okay, so here's the view. Okay, this is in Hot Springs, South Dakota. Here's the view from the Airbnb. Okay, I'm gonna flip around. This is the Airbnb. It's the entire house. We're gonna do a quick little, Dave, we get the masters over here. Okay. Okay, this is, you guys, I'm so not kidding. Look at this kitchen. Oh my gosh. This is the master over here. So Dave and I are gonna be in, holy, just make sure there's no devil's trap under there that we'll get stuck in. Long hallway is a bathroom. Dude, look, it's like, look, toilet, shower, all open. My mom is taking this room, so this is nice. Oh, she's got her own bathroom here. Bob is gonna be in this room, and then 2 of our kids are gonna be in this room. I haven't decided who yet. This is amazing. But I gotta get into this bathroom because I gotta take a shower. This is like, this room is so huge. By the by, look, I forgot, like I missed a spot on my sunscreen. Like one spot there, one spot there. You guys see that? And one spot on my shoulder. Like one spot right there. So what are we doing for dinner, boys?
Pizza. Pizza.
Yep. Maymay went to go pick up pizza, so we're just waiting. I'll have a heavenly hunk. That's what I'll do.
I thought that was me.
No, it's a snack from Costco. Dinner has arrived. Let's check it out. Oh, you know what? That looks pretty tasty.
This is kind of funny. They kept calling the show.
That was Big Time Pizza. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10 in Hot Springs. We went to the Mammoth site there in Hot Springs, South Dakota. It is one of the most fascinating places ever, and the kids were even able to do like an archaeological dig. It's basically an old sinkhole, essentially, that trapped about 61 mammoths hundreds and hundreds of years ago, or hundreds of thousands of years ago, and they're digging them all up right now. It's an active paleological site. And then that afternoon and evening, we went swimming at the Hot Springs mineral pools. They were closed for 3 months solid. They had just opened back up. They were so grateful to even be in business. It was really, really touch and go. And here's Dave showing off on the rings. This was actually really hard. Haley and Andrew were never able to do it, mostly because the rings are so far apart. You actually have to have a pretty big wingspan. And of all the people I saw try it that night, although of course there weren't that many, as you can see, only 2 were able to complete it all the way, Dave being one of them. So everyone that was in the pool gave him a huge round of applause, representing the dads out there that you can still be strong and fit at 40 years old. But they had these awesome slides. Kids Ryan's age had to wear a life jacket on the slide. That was one of their rules. And they got to go on these little like blue mat things. It was so much fun. Here's Andrew trying to do the rings. Because of his broken arm, his left arm is like still pretty weak, even though his cast has been off for a while. So he was having a really hard time holding his body weight on that one side. So he was never able to make it past that second ring, unfortunately. And then Haley tried it a few times as well, but also never able to make it past the 3rd ring. So this is going to wrap up our video. I hope you enjoyed our vacation vlog to South Dakota. I've never been there before. I loved it so much. Thanks for joining me here, and don't forget to check out Dave's video for more biking footage.